Exactly, everybody. Update is here. There's a huge news for millions of Americans this month, including the Social Security, SSI, and SSDI beneficiaries, because the lawmakers have finally proposed new legislation. It boosts the monthly benefit checks and may start to go out this month and help many retirees and senior citizens. Eligible people may receive thousands of dollars extra each state per year, everybody. So, nearly 9 out of 10 people ages 65 and older currently receive the Social Security benefits, and the past year has been tough for many of those seniors. And now, as I said, for many of those seniors, everybody, in 2022, the standard Medicare Part B premium climbed 14.5% to $170 per month. That figure accounts to 10.2% of the average monthly benefit paid to retired workers in August, up from 9.6% in August of 2021. It meant that seniors had to give out more of their Social Security checks to cover the cost of medical care this year. And not only that, but the 5.9% COLA, which was enacted last year, failed to cover to the rising cost of Medicare premiums. It also failed to keep up with inflation in general. Retirees have seen their benefits stretched in by the rapidly rising prices of food, gas, electric, and other necessities. Throughout the year, in fact, the Senior Citizens League estimates the average Social Security benefit has actually fallen short of what it can actually provide for. Fortunately, seniors are on pace to see a monster increase in 2023 for the COLA. Social Security beneficiaries are less than 2 weeks away from huge announcement. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics is scheduled to release its September inflation report on October. At that point, the SSA will have all the data it needs to calculate the COLA for next year. And the Senior Citizens League estimates that the 2023 COLA will clock in at around 8.7%. The Committee for Responsible Federal Budget says that the COLA for next year will probably be closer to 9%, maybe even 8.5%. In either case, that will represent the largest COLA in the last 4 decades. Regardless of where next year's COLA falls, there's nothing you need to do to receive it. If you're already receiving Social Security benefits or SSI, your payments will automatically increase starting in January. Social Security benefits, however, can go a long way in retirement. It is important to stay up to date with the latest changes to the program. Many older Americans say they are cutting back on basics like food and medicine in order to stay afloat, and according to surveys from the Senior Citizens League, the pinch is even more extreme for those who rely on Social Security as their sole source of income. Given that the average retirement benefit, everybody, has actually increased to 5.9% this year for 2022 to around $1,700, it's failing to keep pace with annualized inflation that has topped 8%. And one Social Security and Medicare policy analyst at the Senior Citizen League told reporters, "I've been cautioning everybody about taking about improvements in buying power. Experts have also expressed concerns by the most recent uptick in gas prices, with costs at the pump rising nearly 10 cents a gallon. Now, heating and electric bills are also expected to jump this winter, with the average household paying about 17% more to heat their home properly. And now, winter heating costs can reach a 10-year high of about $1,200 a home. That's very out of control. And according to new census data, which was released last year, the ranks of poor seniors swelled by almost 11 and almost a million, or an increase of a 0.4 percentage point, while child poverty and adult poverty was also unchanged. Even before the crisis, though, Social Security benefits fell short of covering essential costs across the nation. We all knew that. And according to research published in 2021, the typical benefit covered around 70% of the cost of living for a single senior renting their home and 81% for an older couple. It's a serious problem for millions of seniors who rely on Social Security as their major source of income. About 25% of seniors draw roughly 90 cents out of every dollar of income from the program, and that's not a lot. It means that a lot of people are suffering right now, and it definitely means that more stimulus needs to be handed out.
Allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices is good for patients, good for families, and good for taxpayers. It is good for us as a country. For Americans who've long been suffering from skyrocketing drug prices, the Inflation Reduction Act delivers solutions. We faced a fight.
Millions of Americans see the monthly benefit check increase, everybody. It's happening now. Households with low income will be able to claim extra relief money starting this month. Lawmakers have approved new legislation that would allocate billions of dollars towards new crisis relief assistance programs. The Department of Children and Families also announced that the Florida application for Disaster SNAP program has been approved. The program will provide assistance to food families and individuals affected by the hurricane who are not already receiving food assistance benefits through through the programs. It's going to help so many people out now, everybody, and this is really great because state officials have said the program will be implemented by phases and by each county starting Monday, October 10th. So it's going to be helping so many people this week and this month with stimulus payments. People get the help they need. The Secretary of the State told reporters that our department is working around the clock to provide critical resources to families that are impacted by this, and our goal is to provide families with support as quickly as possible. And more than 500,000 Massachusetts households will actually start receiving the food assistance and can get a boost this month from the starting of the Keeping High with Inflation. Now, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker has actually announced that 550,000 households will participate in the SNAP's program, and will see an increase starting in the October 22 benefits. And those receiving SNAP benefits will get a 12% increase, with households seeing an average monthly boost of $25 to $30. The federal government adjusts SNAP benefit payments yearly to keep up with inflation, and Baker's office said that this recent increase reflects Massachusetts residents and the cost of living and fight hunger and food insecurity across the state. The Department of Transitional Assistance Acting Commissioner said in a press release that SNAP is a critical tool in providing individuals and families with the financial power to buy the food they need. It also plays an important role as an economic stabilizer, providing an influx of federal dollars into the state's economy, supporting our grocery stores, corner stores, and local farms. Utility costs for Massachusetts has also influenced SNAP benefits. Over the summer, the state got an approval from the federal government to adjust the heating costs used to determine the new benefit amount, reflecting the regional rise in utility bills. The administration says it hopes to have a continued SNAP emergency allotment and free school meals for all residents and students this year. In Hawaii's minimum wage actually increased to $12 an hour. The increase will mean an average of about $300 more per month for workers at that wage, but it could also impact their ability to collect food SNAP benefits. The SNAP program is based on gross monthly income, and Joseph Campos, the deputy director for the state, has said that the state will help those on the cusp of losing their benefits when the time comes for the review. He added the federal government will use the offset wage increase when they up the requirement for those receiving food stamp benefits. The higher income rules jumped 12.5% because of skyrocketing inflation, and that could actually protect most people's benefits. Currently, there are 160,000 Hawaii residents enrolled in the program, and New Mexico is also issuing a fourth stimulus check worth at least $400 to help the qualified low-income households. During its 2022 legislative session, the state allocated $10 million for economic aid to help low-income residents. And so while most state recipients will be receiving their payments via direct deposit, you can also get it via paper check, so be on the lookout for that.
Net interest income?
Well, I think it's hard to tell, right? You know, the Fed's on a path to continue to increase rates. At least that's what it appears to be doing. And the market's pricing in a number of incremental rates from here. So that will certainly help. You know, we'll continue to have to pass some of that along to customers through deposit pricing. And, you know, we'll see how loan growth progresses for the rest of the year. But we're in an environment now where we're benefiting from higher rates as we thought we would coming into this, you know, given our positioning that we've done over the last